Okay, you just bought a Google Pixel Pro 9 XL and you need a case now. Let's take a look at my top 3 picks for cases for the Pixel 9 XL. Taking a look at the Poetic Guardian case for the Google Pixel 9 XL. Thanks to Poetic for sending this case over for us to take a look at. Guardian cases from Poetic are known for being transparent, interlocking cases providing some solid protection for your smartphone. The Guardian case is coming with 2 front frame options for your Pixel 9 XL. We have an open front frame if you prefer not having a screen protector, and we have a frame with a built-in screen protector if that's what you prefer. The built-in screen protector offers a guaranteed fit on the Pixel 9 XL, and it's actually a decent thickness. It should hold up well over the course of everyday life and usage. This is the option that I would prefer personally. The screen protector also has a specifically designed area to allow for improved fingerprint unlock accuracy when the phone is asleep, so that's nice as well. Whether or not you go for the open frame or the frame with the screen protector, you're still getting some form of screen protection for that precious P9 glass in the form of the bezel that's created by the case. When you look at the side of the Pixel 9 installed in this case, you can actually see that the case extends up past the glass in the screen. This is important for flat surface drop scenarios. When you inevitably drop your phone on the sidewalk, the street, or even just in the kitchen, the case will actually make that initial impact and not the glass. You definitely don't want your glass to do that. It's almost certainly going to crack on a lot of those surfaces. The case should act to help absorb and redistribute some of those impact forces, which will increase the likelihood that your phone stays in one piece. I'm a big fan of this feature, and I personally look for this in every smartphone case that I use on my phones. Both of the frame options interlock very tightly as well. This makes it for a great combination in terms of protection and a really good value, especially if you're planning on buying a separate screen protector. Poetic builds in the ridges on the sides of these cases that'll help increase the wet and dry grip when you're holding onto your phone. As for the back side of the case, obviously it's transparent. This is the main draw to buying the Guardian cases, people who bought the colors of the phones that they liked. The backing material is quite thick, and it definitely seems like it's built for the long haul. There's only a little bit of flex in it, which is surprising. As for the camera protection strategy, we have the tried and true camera cutout region. We also have the built-up bezel around that. This forms around the Pixel 9's camera bump out, as you can see. I think it's a solid strategy for protecting those cameras and the lenses. I should mention too that the corners on this case do appear to be reinforced. There's a little bit of extra material here, which is definitely something that I like to see. We've also got a USB-C protection flap cover, which will help keep that port safe and operating normally throughout the whole life of the phone. Overall, I would say that this is a pretty solid case, considering that it's priced competitively. There's a good amount of TPU material in the bumper for protection, and of course it's transparent, which will allow you to see the color of the Google Pixel 9 that you purchased. It's probably your favorite color, or the color that you like the most. I would definitely recommend this case if those features are what you're looking for in your next case. I'll have an affiliate link in the description below, so definitely head down there and check it out if you want to pick one of these up. If you can, drop a like on the video. That'll let YouTube know to share this with other Pixel 9 owners who are researching cases. If you're into smartphones and mobile tech stuff, get subscribed to the channel and then ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, stay charged up. We're taking a look at the Poetic Revolution case for the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Poetic had reached out and sent this case over for me to take a look at, along with the Pixel 9 Pro XL release. I think the Revolution case from Poetic offers some solid smartphone protection, so we're going to take a look at its strength and the features that it offers. This case is a dual-layer interlocking case type, where the main rear case body interlocks with a front frame option. Poetic is including 2 different frame options here. We have a frame with a built-in screen protector, which by the way is my favorite option, and we have an open frame option. The built-in screen protector is a good thickness, and it shouldn't really have any issues with the thumbprint unlock due to the enhanced fingerprint section, which is good to see. The screen protector is a decent thickness too, so I think it's going to hold up well over time. I think including this frame option really increases the overall value of the Revolution case. If you don't want a screen protector though, or you just want to supply your own screen protector, you do have the open frame option. Whether or not you choose the frame option that has the built-in screen protector or the open frame, the Revolution case is still going to offer some screen protection in the form of a bezel on the front side of the Pixel going around the entire perimeter of the phone. And looking at the bezel, it looks like it's about 1.5 to maybe 2 millimeters tall, extending above the height of the glass on the Pixel's screen, which means that in flat surface impact scenarios, i.e. you drop it on the concrete floor or tile floor in the kitchen, the case is actually going to make that initial impact, as well as absorb and redistribute some of those impact forces instead of your glass. This, ideally, is going to help save your glass from cracking and keep your Pixel 9 Pro XL looking clean. In my experience, this is a super handy feature because most drops end up happening on the floor at home, in the office, on the sidewalk, or even just on the street. So you definitely want that bezel there to help protect the screen. And looking at the sides, the top, and the bottom of this case, we have a pretty decent amount of material here. The frame gives some structure and rigidity to the TPU backing, which is what I like to see. It's a good combination to protect the phone. I think the Revolution case in general is going to offer pretty good drop protection for the Pixel series of phones because of this. The case is also coming with a USB-C flap cover, which is awesome by the way. That'll help keep the USB-C port working well over time, keeping dust and other debris out of it. Now looking at the backside of the case, we have what is in my opinion a nicer backside, but most importantly a solid backside piece. The main rear case body here is relatively strong and somewhat rigid, which is what I definitely like to see for overall phone protection. In terms of features, we do have a kickstand for added convenience. You can watch videos or make video calls if you set this up on a table or the counter in your kitchen, for example. As far as the camera protection goes, Pixel phones have the classic Pixel camera bump out, so this case, like many others, utilizes the standard camera cutout with a built-up section around the bump out. We do get a bezel here, which gives us the same impact or effect that the bezel on the front side has. Looks like it's about 1 to 2 millimeters above the surface of the lens. This will definitely help when you drop your phone and it lands camera side down on the ground. Like I said before, in handling this case and looking at it for a little bit, I think this is a pretty good level of protection for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. I did see that while this case was decently thick, Poetic says it should work with most wireless Qi chargers. As for the case feel, I would say it's good. This is generally speaking a little bit of a smoother case design. There's not a whole lot of texture on the backside, so if you do get caught in the rain or something like that, for example, you might end up having to have a little bit of a tighter grip on it. But I did find the sides to produce a decent amount of friction when I was holding it with my fingertips, so that's also good to see. So yeah, overall, I would say that I like the Poetic Revolution case for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. There's some solid protection here without really turning your phone into a brick. Having two front frame options, along with the USB-C flap cover and the kickstand, really kind of makes this a nice package in my opinion. For the cost, I think there's a whole lot of value here in this case, and it's relatively competitive in terms of the other cases on the market for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. As always, if this video helped you decide on the case that you're going to use for your phone, I would definitely appreciate it if you dropped a like on the video. That'll let YouTube know to share this with other Pixel 9 Pro XL owners when they're researching cases. If you're into smartphones, mobile tech, and reviews like this one, definitely consider getting subscribed to the channel and then ringing that bell for upload notifications. I'll have links to everything in the description below, so definitely head down there and check it out if you want to pick up one of these cases. Until next time, stay charged up. We're taking a look at the Crave dual guard case for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Thanks to Crave for sending this case over for the video. If you're new to the Crave case brand, they're known for their sleek profile while maintaining some good protection for the smartphones that they support. The dual guard case that I have here today is in the black color option, and it's essentially composed of two pieces, an inner softer TPU layer and a harder outer TPC casing. The inner layer, like I said, is very soft. It's going to be providing the main cushioning factor when the phone is actually dropped. I know a lot of people are concerned about the interior part of smartphone cases, so you can rest assured that the soft TPU material here is definitely going to cradle the P9 Pro XL, and it's not going to scratch it. It's also very easy to remove this case, both layers, when it comes time to actually clean your phone. As for the case, there's a good amount of material all around the phone, and crucially, this TPU material that they've implemented does extend up past the height of the glass of the P9 Pro XL. This means that it's going to help with screen protection during flat surface drop scenarios. That little bit of extra material essentially is going to make it so the glass won't ever directly impact a flat surface like your floor, the sidewalk, or even the street. And that's because that bezel will always be a little bit taller than the glass, and it's going to make that initial impact absorbing and redistributing those impact forces to help save your glass. This is definitely a nice feature to have, and I look for it in all of the cases that I use on my own personal smartphones. And looking at that outer, harder shell for the case, it's relatively rigid, and it complements that inner TPU layer very well. The inner TPU layer is actually molded for this outer shell to basically snap on, and the fit is very precise, which is good to see. As for the outer shell, the entire backing and the sides of this part of the case are actually textured, which I really like. This is definitely going to help with wet and dry grip in my opinion. And looking at the camera protection strategy, we have the standard camera cutout design with a built-up bezel. Similarly to the front side of the case, this bezel is going to help prevent camera and camera lens damage in flat surface drop scenarios because it puts about a millimeter in between the height of the lens and any flat ground surface that the phone might come into contact with. In terms of the button feel on this case, everything seems like it was relatively good, and it's also important to point out that Crave does offer a limited lifetime warranty on these cases. Overall, I would say if you're into a thinner style of case that still provides some really solid protection, the dual guard case from Crave is a solid option. I think it competes relatively well in terms of pricing for the Pixel 9 Pro XL cases in my opinion, and I'll have an affiliate link in the description below if you want to check it out to learn more, or if you want to pick one of these up for your Pixel. I would definitely appreciate it if you got anything out of this video, if you could drop a like on the video. That tells YouTube to recommend this video to other Pixel 9 Pro owners who are researching slimmer types of cases. Smartphones and mobile tech stuff is what I cover here. If you're into that kind of thing, I would say get subscribed to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. Until next time, stay charged up. Thank you for watching throughout the video and supporting this channel. It all really helps out. I'll have affiliate links to every case and some accessories in the description below. Definitely go down there and check them out. And to wrap up, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe. Until next time, stay charged up.